gentlemen, welcome back to a full circus. My name is Tristan Sartoris, and I'm so happy to have you guys here with me today. If you cannot tell, we're standing up, okay? We've had this freaking tower of sitting, of danger, of leisure, in the booth for so long that I forgot what it's like to move around, dude, okay? So I've been reading the book, and I need to be sitting here for hours and being right close into the microphone, and it is finally over with. We have completed that chapter, no pun intended, of our story. Again, no pun intended. That was awesome. So yeah, we had finished that, and I forgot what it's like to be on the ground, dude. I mean, look at the movement. Look at us right now, guys. We are gesticulating in an unprecedented way. Okay, so I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling loose and a little bit scattered in a way because, you know, as rigid as I was sitting up here, it did kind of keep me locked in, right? I was like, okay, just think and keep on going with it. But now I've got so much to do, you know, who's to say that I might not get lost doing whatever I want in this freaking huge booth, although it's only 2 foot by 3 foot closet. You know, it's easy to get lost not only in your thoughts, but in just the space around you. So yeah, it's nice, it's crazy, it's comfortable, and it's cool, man. And that's how I'm feeling, man. I got the shades on because we completed it. Look at you now. Look at your boy, okay? I am a successful and completed narrator of the world. What is up, guys? I will say this, though. I do miss being up that high. You know, there was a different level of altitude that we were reaching, and now I'm, like, back down in the trenches. So that'll get a little, you know, iffy. It'll take some time to get used to and readjust back to the normal way of lives. But, guys, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. And I also get out of breath a lot easier while moving. I'm using so much physical expenditure, right? I am going to burn out. Let's get the sunglasses off. I just wanted to make my point that I'm feeling good, I'm feeling classy, and I'm feeling important. Also, my hair is annoying, as it always has. It does this thing when it gets too long that it becomes kind of like this little pretty boy hairstyle. It just gently parts down the middle and drifts ever so elegantly down my face, which is nice if I was that guy. But what do we know? I'm not that guy, okay? So combed hair, elegance, that's not me, and I don't want it, I don't like it, so I'm probably going to have to get it cut so I can stick it straight back up again. But yeah, how are you guys doing, man? I'm feeling great, man. I really am to get that book out of the way. It was a neat experience, I will say that. I mean, for the hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours that we poured into that thing, I am going to miss it, you know? And I should have had it completed a long time ago, okay? And I have tons of excuses, right? It was like Murphy's Law. Everything that could go wrong would. We had deaths and funerals and COVID and health issues and canines and movie productions and stuff that was just so occupying that I didn't always have the time, and I gave myself an easy excuse. So it was my first time ever doing that. So there was a lot of hiccups. I could give myself all those excuses. But, you know, I did take a lot of time off. I took the liberty, and I wish I would have been a lot more dedicated. But that's the thing, man. It's the first one, and, you know, we can only progress from there. I will say as well, listening back to it, there was a noticeable linear progression in my vocal tones, my comfortability, my audio setup. You know, I found ways to limit the sound. You know, you learn certain things along the way, like not to have the air conditioning on, okay? Not to have the PC running outside, not to, you know, I don't know. I don't know what else I learned. Just those two things mainly. And, you know, and the same with my voice, man. So when I start off the book, I'm talking, yeah, so anyways, we go around here, and I'm trying to find my way throughout all the snow. And that's kind of how I did my voice at the beginning, because my original pitch, and they came to me, and they're like, hey, we love your voice, would you try and do something for us? I'm like, okay, I'll try, and I did it kind of like that. You know, here, the book is finished, I'm going to read all these chapters for you guys, everything's going to be great. And that's how I did the voice, but I could not do that, it was not sustainable. But throughout the months, my voice was trained and learned how to stay in that for a longer period of time, so the voice actually changes throughout the book, which I don't like. I'm not proud of that at all, but, you know, in my brain, I can make up an excuse and some sort of, you know, logical fallacy, a story for it, that, you know, maybe he was hardened throughout the book. He started off and he was, yeah, I'm just a normal guy, I'm trying to do my best, but now as the world is crushing me, it's beating me down. we had more grit and strength into the back of his voice, So maybe there is a reasoning behind that. And yeah, so it was definitely a good, fun first experience, man. I will say that it is not always difficult to record in the basement. It is not difficult to record with other family members or a dog, man. Dude, I have no idea. I would want to believe it's just a weird, strange coincidence, but the house is quiet. Okay, just drop butt naked silence. Okay, there's just not a sound to be made. I'm talking when you get out of the shower and you're butt naked and there's just, you're not singing, you're not doing anything. You're just butt naked and it's quiet and you're drying off. That's how the house is all the time until I hit record, man. And I don't know if they wanted to do this or if they knew, but it sounds to me like I'm like, okay, it's quiet. They're like, okay, he's not doing anything right now, but it sounds like they're putting the ears to the freaking floor. It sounds like he's about to do something important. Okay, ready? Go! Irish net. Diddly. Oh man, look at all this space we have. They start dancing, they start river dancing, they start chiming, dong, a freaking gong. Like there's just noise, like all over the place. I'm like, what is happening? I run out there. Hello. I'm like looking around, and then they're just sitting there like reading a book. Yes. Oh, yeah, no, I don't know what that sound was. And I go back down. I start recording another line again. Sound. I pause. I wait for it to finish. All good? Okay, record. So I'm like, what is happening? And I don't know if they have any idea that they're doing this, but they did it every single freaking line. So my best hours to record were usually in the middle of the night. But even then, people just got up and just started taking showers and using the bathroom, which I'm right under, dude. So it was not easy, man. It was not easy. It was definitely, there was trials, tribulations, extenuating circumstances. Let's go. I was doubting myself for a second, but we finished it. Unless that's not right, but it's okay. So yeah, that was the book experience in its entirety. It was good. It is good, and it's good again to close that chapter. What else is happening, dude? I went to Top Golf. And it was like a little extras thing with the casting people, and they seemed to like us. It was a birthday party, and I got invited. Now, I don't know how to play golf, okay? I have not swung a golf club since I was about 10 years old. And I didn't know who else had, okay? So I was like, oh, it's a birthday party. We're just going to Top Golf. It's going to be a little fun, silly goose time. And I get there, and I realized I am completely out of my element, right? You ever just show up somewhere, and you're like, oh, everyone else here knows the game plan. The memo is lost on me. The memo didn't even have the memo was never even sent. They just knew I had no chance. So everyone shows up there. They're practicing the swing. They got the nice golf glove on. They got their own clubs. Like, yeah, they're saying the thing. They're like, 4. I'm like, what the frig? Why are they even saying that? There's not even out there. So they were all good. They were all great. And they're banging these balls, man. They're booming them. And I was like, oh, shoot. I shouldn't be here. Yeah? Okay. Now, I could have fessed up and owned up to this fact a little bit more and just kind of, brought the pride in a little bit, but no.
No, never! My pride is too big to swallow.
I was ready to pretend to be a great golfer, too, man, and they were good. There was freaking collegiate-level golfers, and like, okay, Tristan, you go up to. I'm like, okay, I got this. Shades on. Dude, I missed the freaking ball. There's people booming it 400 or 500 yards away. It looks like it's about to clear out of the net, and I can't even hit the freaking ball that's standing in front of me, man. So it was funny to me, and a lesser man would have been embarrassed. And I was. No, I'm kidding. It was a fun time, and I was having fun with it, and they were actually super helpful. They were coaching me up, and they're like, dude, I can't remember the tips because golf wasn't that important to me to really commit them to memory, but it was fun. It was a good time, and yeah, it was a thing, man. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say about Topgolf outside of that I shouldn't have been there. Yeah, they didn't say that exactly, but they're like, hey man, Tristan, what's up? You golf? And I'm like, yeah, no, not at all. I was like, oh, well then, what are you doing here? I was like, I should be asking myself the same question. Your guess is as good as mine. And I was like, you'll see in a second. Here we go. How do you do this? Baseball? It was good, man. It was good. I had a fun time, and luckily everything was all free. They took care of it. It was a great birthday party, dude. And also, I was the only one that brought a gift, so let's go. Give it up for the gift-giving man, dude. It was one of the casting employees. It was her dad's birthday, and I happen to know he was a Browns fan. I show up. I get a Browns hat. I'm nice. I'm a good, sweet kid. Everybody loves me. And I give it, and it's like wrapped in Christmas wrapping paper because that's all I had. And then they're like, What's going on? You didn't have to give me a gift." I'm like, boom, Christmas in July. You know what I'm saying? And nobody really picked up on it or acknowledged the sweet comment that I made off the dome, but that's okay. I thought it was funny, and I just wanted to recircle that one back because I was proud of that, and I wanted to bring that back in here. So now I have documented proof of how great I am. Yeah. So I spent money on. Luckily it was all free. I did spend money on the hat, and I've also been spending way too much money, man. I'm trying to save money, but for whatever reason, I'm not. Okay. We know this. We've talked about this. When there are deals to be had, things to be seen, purchases to be made, I've got problems. And it just so happens that last week was Prime Day, okay, where Amazon just slashes prices. It's like they got a freaking discount samurai. I'm like, whoa, is that 10, 13, 50% off? Mine, don't even need it. And there was a clipper set. It was, electronic razor, clipper, nose hair trimmer, body groomer, all this freaking crap. And my friend just sent me a message. He was driving. He saw a license plate that said, oh, he was making a Deshaun Watson joke, which I'm very sad about, guys. This is way off topic. But the Browns got rid of Baker Mayfield. I don't even know if I ever addressed it, but I'm heartbroken. I feel like I'm going through some sort of divorce. I've never been married, but it feels hurtful, man, because as a Browns fan, we've never had a QB I haven't, for freaking 4+ straight years. Who takes you for the years, and we're winning, and it's exciting, and I love the QB, and I've seen him, we've been there, and I'm really heartbroken over it, okay? So, yeah, off topic. What's it going back? What was I saying? Freaking Deshaun Watson, dude. This thing gets me riled up. Because you guys know I'm a big Browns fan. We're just going to leave that thing back. We'll go back to the Clippers in a second. But yeah, man, I'm a huge Browns fan. And I'm having a hard time being excited about the Browns because there's so much stuff up in the air. Legal stuff with this Deshaun Watson guy. He was getting massages and all kinds of crazy crap. And I don't know if he's going to be suspended. I don't know morally if I could ever cheer for him. And I just miss Baker Mayfield. I miss the Browns. I miss being excited. And it's taking a toll on me, man. So if any of the Browns people are watching, just fire Deshaun Watson. Go get Baker Mayfield back because it's the only thing I think is really going to reignite that spark and fire I had. But yeah, my friend sent a message and I see it come across my screen. He's like, "Oh, I just think I saw Deshaun Watson in Cleveland," and it was a massage vehicle. So he was making a little joke because this guy's a bit disgusting. You can do your own research. We're not really going to talk about that any further. I just wanted to mention. Oh, the Browns, man! Why did he send that? I can't be in my feelings. The Browns are my feelings, man. Man. It really is. Never been married, never been divorced, but this is the only comparable thing I can relate it to, is that you've spent years, dedicated commitment to this team and this person and this quarterback. And you're like, okay, we are in it. We're locked in forever. And they're like, yeah, I'm going to be in the team forever, man. I'm going to be a franchise QB for years and years to come. I'd like to retire. And you're like, let's go, dude. Okay, we are one and the same. We are here. You and me, together, we're locked in. And all of a sudden, they're gone. They find another team, they pack up their things, and they take the money with them, and it's just sad, and you're left with this freaking rebound QB. To me, everyone's pretty excited about him, but I'm still a little grossed out, and I don't know what to think. I don't know what to feel, but pain. So that was a quick little side note. That's how my brain is. The football season's coming up, and I'm thinking about it a lot. But what was I saying? Spending money. Oh, yes. So I did not need this electric razor set at all, okay? But I saw that it was 25% off. Which isn't the biggest slash. The samurai, he just grazed it just a little bit. It wasn't the biggest deal in the world. But when I saw it come in, I was like, oh, well, what if, Maybe I do need an electric razor, right? We have only so many to go around. Or what if I want to shave my face the same time someone else in the house wants to shave their face? And it's 25% off. Plus, it comes with all the attachments. The beard groomer, the trimmer, the hair, the nose, the body groomer, like everything involved. And it's 25% off. Okay, you know what? Prime Day once a year? I've got to pull the trigger. So I did. I spent $45 on this stupid little set, and I got it. And it is what it is. It's just an electric razor. There's nothing too exciting about the thing except I'm wasting money, and I don't know why, guys. I need a freaking accountant, somebody to lock me up and be like, look, hey, like when next time the deals come out, like Black Friday or something, I need somebody to just like chain me and like duct tape me to the wall. Just, hey, don't let him get anything. Hey, are those deals? Hey, are those deals out there? Hey, can you just open up the laptop real quick? I just want to see. Just check Amazon. Check Amazon real quick. I just want to see if the sound systems. Oh my gosh, it's 45% off. Somebody get me out. You know, have me breaking free. I need somebody to stop me, but I can't. When there's a good deal, you know I'm close by. But yeah, the electric razor, it was nice. It was fine. Although I will say, with these, I've never used these certain attachments before. The body groomer, the nose hair trimmer, the beard trimmer, groomer, edger, whatever you call it. But when you've never used a certain attachment, like I've used this regular, right? But if you've never used a certain attachment, it's a little bit daunting, okay? Because you were putting a blade, an electric, high-powered, motorized blade, to your face, okay? So I put this thing here, and I'm trembling a little bit. You know, my hand might just be vibrating because, but I'm also like, oh dear God, what's gonna happen? And sure enough, I cut myself, which made the fear go even higher. It was extra sharp. But I got it. I found a way to do it just fine. Trimmed it up. The body groomer thing worked too. This whatever. Now the scariest part of this whole thing was that I have never ever used a nose hair trimmer. And I just got this thing, and also it was on deal, so that's in the back of my mind. Why is it on deal? Is this thing not top of the line? What's going to happen to me? But I put the little nose hair trimmer on. Now, I don't really even have nose hairs to be trimming that bad, okay? I think everything's pretty finely well groomed. I'm a young, spry gentleman with a pretty boy haircut. But when you put a nose hair trimmer into your nose for the first time, okay, there is a certain amount of fear I was not anticipating, right? Face, everything else, I can get cut here, I can cut here, like, doesn't matter where I get cut, but inside of your body, dude. Have you ever tried to put an electronic motorized razor for the first time inside of yourself, okay? The sanctity of my home. I was inviting this monster to possibly betray me. And I was extremely nervous. After already getting cut on my face, then I was like, well, I gotta try out all the attachments, right? So I put this thing in there like, oh dear God, you know, because your nose, like, that's the most sensitive spot. You'll just start crying. You pull one nose hair right out, I guarantee you'll start tearing up. But I stick this thing, and it's zooming, man. I don't know if I just got off a full charge or what, but it's like I'm watching freaking helicopter blades. I'm like, oh, well, I could die, and I don't know how I justified that in my brain, but I was like, well, you know what, it grabs a nose hair, twists up, gets into my nose. I don't know. In my brain, I was like, death is somehow a possibility here. Here we go. We're still going to face our fears. And I put this thing into it, and it's gentle. Nothing even happens. But I'm sorry, that's not the most satisfying conclusion. Unless you're my mom, I'm okay. But everyone else is probably like, oh, he's probably going to die. But no, I got out safely. But the fear, man, the fear of inviting that, to bringing that into yourself. If you have not tried that, I invite you, I offer you to go and experience that, because it's a little bit of an adrenaline rush, man. I say people ride roller coasters now because they enjoy the fun of it, but it is just a simulation of almost dying, right? That is the feeling of a roller coaster, is to make you feel like you're about to die, knowing that you'll get away. And I'm like, whoa, thrill, you know? And that's kind of what this was. Put a nose hair trimmer, because you know you're probably going to find, but you don't know for sure, right? I would argue it's even more thrilling than the roller coaster for that reason, because you are experiencing the simulation and the edge of death. So that was my experience with the nose hair trimmer. I don't know if we just talked for 8 minutes on that subject alone, but if anyone has ever done a bit about nose hair trimmings before, I think we can go the long haul. My hair's annoying me, and that's okay. It's fine. It's fine. We're not even going to think about it. We're going to let it go. We're just going to keep on riding, man. My brain, that whole Deshaun Watson thing did kind of throw me for a loop. And like I said, because there is so much to do here, it's extra possibilities. There's even more opportunity for me to fall. Breathe. I shouldn't have danced. What else happened? What else happened? Oh, I spent more money. Okay, let's keep going. We're not off this subject. I thought for some reason you thought the $45 electric clippers that I didn't even need was the bottom of the barrel, dude. I bought a ukulele. And I already have one. And I have 2 guitars. And I didn't need it. But I purchased it anyway because I saw it on a sick deal. I saw a guy playing it on YouTube. I was like, well, I need an upgraded ukulele. I need a tenor. It's fine. I'll get one. And I purchased that. There's no great story to that yet. Hasn't even come. Now, the worst one. This is going to be the worst. This is probably going to be the people, especially the frugal folk, or even the people that are loose with their money. The people who have no... What's the word I'm looking for? They have no consideration for their own bank account. Even you guys are about to wince at what I'm going to say. I bought a surfboard for about $300. And I live in Ohio. Okay? So I spent money on something, 1, don't need, 2, can't use, 3, money didn't have, on 4, something I have nowhere to put it anywhere. It is an 8-foot surfboard. There's not places to store it. I cannot use it. There's nowhere to go. I will never need it, and I shouldn't have spent the money anyway. So, yeah, the object of blowing out your bank account is fourfold. Those reasons being included, that I have completely destroyed my bank account, and I have a surfboard now. You have a surfboard. So I feel really cool, and the best part about this is that I still don't regret the purchase, man. I'm so happy-go-lucky that I can't find the error in my own ways. I keep on making destructive purchases after purchase after purchase after purchase, just using all of my funds on pointless, useless things when I needed to buy a new microphone setup, which I'm still trying to do anyway, which is going to be like another $600, but instead I'm buying things that I don't need that I should be regretting, but my brain is like, no, this is okay! Because my brain, my heart, my soul is so comforting towards me. It's like, hey, don't worry about it. This is great. There's uses here. There's things we can find to make this possible. We can make this okay. I'm like, you know what, brain? You're right. Let's buy it. Let's start looking at other surfboards. And sure enough, if you looked at my phone history, there's other surfboards there. You know, because I'm just so positive that even when I make mistakes, I flip them. And I'm like, you know what? Keep your head up, man. Keep your head up, king. Everything's going to be all right. You're going to go to the beach 2-3 times a year. You'll be able to get that. You don't have to rent a board. You know, maybe you're saving money because it'll be like $20 a day. So eventually you're paying for itself. The ukulele, I mean, how much is it better to get a new, fresh ukulele that is a probably professional grade that you can practice even better yourself on even more? And as far as the grooming kit goes, you know, what if your nose hairs, God forbid, start growing out force and you feel like Tarzan could be swinging on them? You got this nose trimmer in the bank ready for that, man. So that's my problem. And this is going to be continuing to be a problem until the end of time. I was going to say until we fix it, but there is no fixing this. I see things, I want things, I buy things, and I don't regret things. So is there a silver lining to it? Maybe, but not if you were my accountant. You're like, guy, hey, stop! You can't be doing this. Hey, Tristan, you hired me to make sure your funds were secured. I really didn't want you to be spending more money, but for some reason you just bought a surfboard. And I also noticed that you live nowhere near a body of water. Is there any way? Who's calling me? What the? All right, guys, so we ended the call. I don't know what the issue was, but when you're on a Mac, something just transfers over and it just takes over my screen. Like, hey, unknown caller. Anyways, yes, if I forget what the bit I was doing. They ruined it! You ruined it! I'm going to call them back and leave a nasty voicemail. I'm kidding. I'm too happy. I have a surfboard. So yeah, guys, I think that's actually everything I have to talk about. There were more things, but we spent a lot of time talking about me wasting money, specifically on nose hair trimmers. We got sidetracked, but you know what? I think overall this was a good little fun episode. We're getting our footing back, guys. We're having a time. Look at me, dude. When was the last time I went over in that corner? Huh? Look at this. Look at this. Look at all the room I have. I'm excited, guys. I'm having a fun time, and I hope you guys are having a beautiful day as well. This has been Full Circus. I will see you guys in the next episode. Let's go spend money together, except Prime Day's over, but Black Friday, dude. I'm excited. And if there are deals, please don't send them to me. That is the equivalent of sending me a threat. because I will buy them. That's the equivalent of robbing me, actually. If you sent me a deal, like, whoa, look at these pots and pans. They're 70% off. I'm like, I don't even know how to cook. But okay, and I would buy all of it. So do not send me deals because I will happily take advantage of them. All right, guys, thanks so much. This has been Full Circus. I love you so much. Let's go. Peace. Oh, it's room